everybody. I just want to make sure my sound is working here. And I have it all messed up, so I can't tell if the sound is on right now. Here we go. Hey, everybody. So, we're just gonna give it a minute or two here and see if anyone shows up because I kind of did it last minute. I posted this live stream last minute, so I'm not sure if anyone knows that I'm going live. So we'll just give it a minute or two here. Michigan Carol's coming in saying that the sound is fine. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know and thank you for being here. We'll just give it another minute or so here to send notifications out, let people know that I'm live because, again, didn't do the greatest job giving people a heads up. But, I mean, for those who do pop in every Sunday, more or less, they know that I do stick to my Sunday at 7 time frame. So, don't know if I'm going to do the full hour tonight either. I'm pretty tired right now, so kind of crabby. It's been a long couple weeks for me, a long month actually, even. I got to lower this camera. This is going to drive me nuts. But basically, just kind of give you guys an update on what has been happening with my job here and what it looks like moving forward, all that kind of fun stuff. So we're just going to jump right in now. It's been 2 minutes, it looks like. So if anyone else comes in, early hello to you guys. Anyone who's rewatching this later on, hello. Thank you guys for watching. And let's just dive right in here. So, one important note that I do want to share, not related to me, but I'm going to tease it a little bit for those who have not seen it. Paula with Van Vita Travels shared a very big announcement, some big news on her YouTube channel on a community post. So if you guys haven't heard it already, go make sure to look at Van Vita Travels. Paula posted a picture with some pretty big news, and that's all I'm going to say. Not taking their thunder at all, anything like that, but really big and exciting announcement. I'm very excited and happy. So that's all I'm going to say. If you guys haven't seen it already, make sure to go check out her YouTube. So week 1 is done, as the title says here. I see Nancy dropping in here. Thank you for stopping in, Nancy. So week 1 is done. And the description to this video says that can you guys tell that I'm tired? Oh my god, tired. Wow, it's going to be a rough live stream tonight, guys. The description says that I've successfully survived week 1 of college. Now, for those who have been following me along for a while, you know that I've been a student before and I've been a staff member before. So it's not really week 1. What it is it's week 1 of my second year as a staff. This is the second academic year that we just started here as a staff member. And it's actually my 6th year in a row at Gogebic Community College, both whether it's student or staff. But I'm also taking classes this semester. And I just kind of got to give a shout out here to Nate with Land Cloud Adventures while we're on this topic. I don't necessarily know if he's taken a break at all, I guess you can say, from being a student, or if the classes he's been working on, he's done year to year to year to year, because I took 1 year off. I've been at Gogebic Community College, like I said, for 6 years, But last year, I was only a staff member. I was not a student. I did not take any classes in any way, shape, or form. And I gotta say, coming back to the student lifestyle, the student grind, if you will, was extremely challenging for me. I am not a full time student. I'm close. To be full time, you need to be taking 12 credits, and I am actually at 9 credits right now with 3 classes. I have a class on business communications, and this is actually part two of the class. I did take part one 2 years ago now at this point, and I did ace it. So this is part two of business communications. And then this degree is for programming, which I've done a little bit of programming on my own. And I did have a programming class as a high school senior as well. And I was on a robotics team, stuff like that. So I do have some experience when it comes to programming, but this was my first college class, or my first college classes regarding computer programming, and it revolves around Python and HTML programming. And I gotta say, just trying to get back into that student saddle was extremely difficult for me. Trying to sit down and watch the videos going step by step on the programming and how to do it, that was difficult. I did find it a little bit easier than reading, but still difficult nonetheless. And business communications, I had to read an entire chapter and I struggled. I'm someone who loves to read and I love to learn, but oh my God, trying to sit down and read through chapter one and trying to memorize specific terms and definitions and what might be important and what might, like, trying to do all of that stuff again, trying to be a student was just extremely difficult for me here within this first week. Um, I actually had several people joking throughout this first week because I was so busy as a staff member, and we'll go into that part of the lifestyle soon. But I was so busy as being a staff member that I didn't even get a chance to look at my classes until pretty much last minute. It was the last day to drop classes was Friday at 4 o'clock Central, and I think I looked at my classes probably at 3 Central Time, trying to decide whether or not I felt confident in myself moving forward or if I should withdraw or anything like that. But yes, trying to get back into that saddle, extremely difficult. I took my first quiz on business communications. I did ace it. Got to give myself a pat on the back for that one because I thought I got several problems wrong, but apparently um I'm kind of got it still, just a little bit. But it's going to take me some time to kind of get into the swing of things and get back into that student mindset, and especially it's going to take me some time to create um a routine. So starting last week, I am now juggling the YouTube channel and the business, whether it's my book or my t-shirts or anything else. So it's the YouTube, the business, being a staff member, manager of the campus suites. That's a full-time job. Basically 24/7 I am on call in case there's an emergency. And again, we'll dive a little bit deeper into my job over the last week here, but dealing with that and then doing the 3 classes on top of all of that. And if that wasn't enough, guys, I'm adding a little more to my plate, but I had to jump on this opportunity here. Um, Nancy actually is pointing out, there we go. Took a second to come up over on StreamYard. She says, I retain more if I take notes, writing it down lets it sink in more for me. And that's something that I've actually been thinking about. I used to have um, small notebooks, not a typical notebook, but the smaller ones. They kind of look like a paperback book type. And I used to take notes in those all the time. I think I might go back to that. I might need to. But yeah, trying to get back into that swing of things and find a routine between all of this stuff going on, that I know at the end of the week I can sit down and get these assignments done and actually learn. Because it's not only do I want the degree, I actively want to know how to program and be good at it, so then hopefully when I do quit this job I can get a remote job. On the flip side of that, the one thing I'm adding onto my plate is another part-time job. Yeah, you guys heard that right. I'm running the YouTube channel and the business. I'm being the manager of the campus suites. I'm doing some extra side jobs at the college. I'm taking 3 classes. And now I'm adding a part-time job on top of all of that. I'm crazy, I know. But the good thing is, this part time job is not set hours. See, my local Walmart here has had grocery pickup for a couple years now, and they are going to start delivery. This is something that years ago I was really, really pushing for, and I thought it would be extremely beneficial to our area. And on the flip side of it, working at grocery pickup, I used to have people that would, I kid you not, try to tip me $20 bills. Now, as an employee of Walmart, I could never accept those tips, but it was always appreciated. And it always blew my mind how much people tried to tip me. There were people that would specifically ask for me by name, and if I came out and dispensed to them, they would get excited, stuff like that. So, being very personable, I think I I excel in customer service situations like that. And this delivery job actually allows you to take tips. So that could be huge. Furthermore, another reason why I want to do this is because at the end of the day, I could pick up my phone and be like, oh, you know what? There's 5 grocery orders that need to be picked up and delivered right now. I'm going to go do it. Or I could look at my phone and be like, you know what? I'm tired. I don't feel like I have it in me today. I don't want to do anything today. I don't have to if I don't want to. Rocky, I'm not giving you a treat right now. Good try. You just had some. Go lay down, buddy. He knows that I'm talking to you guys. He just pressed his button. But hold on just a second, guys. I got a very important message here. Sorry to get sidetracked, but this is an important one. Okay. Can't give you guys a definition of this stuff right now. I might talk about this here. Basically, someone is messaging me right now and they're asking for some help. Um, so this might be something that I bring up on the YouTube channel in the future, but I need to look into things and see how I could help out on this end. Um, but it's always nice that like people reach out for help. No, they think of me, um, and the YouTube channel, knowing that I try to do good and stuff like that. But anyway, getting back on topic here, I apologize for that little sidetrack. As Nancy's saying, it's a lot, but I do like that I'm not required to do anything in any way, shape, or form. When it comes to delivery, it is completely up to me, and I do get paid after every single delivery. So it's not anything like, oh, you need to deliver this much or have this much in your bank account or anything like that. Um, They're mailing me a debit card basically, and every single time I make a delivery, that money goes directly on the debit card. Plus, on top of that, I'm allowed tips. And I loved working grocery pickup at Walmart. I truly did. It is, and still, it was and still is one of the best jobs I have ever had. The reason I ended up eventually quitting is because I tried to live as a nomad on the road. And the problem with it was that I was jumping basically. Michigan was a summer position, and Arizona was a winter and everything else position. So I treated it as seasonal jobs, and they didn't like me constantly transferring like that. Now, this delivery service, although it's through Walmart, it's not Walmart that runs it. It's a third party. So I'm hoping that when it comes time, I could actually switch stores and continue delivering groceries down in Arizona or anywhere else I may be. Hey, William, thank you for stopping in. I'm just talking about a lot tonight between, uh, what was it here? I got to think about this again. We're talking about how I'm a manager of the campus suites, doing side jobs at the college, doing the YouTube channel and the business, and doing a part time job on top of all of this. But hey, big things in motion. Some exciting news for you guys. You guys know, um, I'll share it with you guys. I have some pretty big news here. I'm fingers crossed. Everybody, please wish me luck here. Because I finally made a decision and I'm trying to get a loan for a property right now. This is a property I don't know if I shared it with you guys. It's been on my radar for 2 months, I'd say now, and I've been holding back, thinking like maybe I shouldn't because of this, or maybe I shouldn't because of that. But deep down inside, I just know that it's perfect for what I'm looking for. And right away when I saw it, I fell in love with it. And I feel it. It's just, I feel it deep down inside that it is the perfect property for me. And just the idea of me buying this property is so exciting to me in so many different aspects that I had to do it. Not feeling well, but stopping by. Blood pressure's up. I'm sorry to hear, William. Hopefully, hopefully you start feeling better soon. Lots of people right now. I don't know if it's um like the change of seasons across the country or what, but a lot of people are actually having a lot of health concerns right now, and it's kind of scary, honestly. Um, like yeah, I've actually had a couple friends and family members dealing with health issues as well. So sorry to hear that, William. I really hope you start feeling better soon. I am just trying to clean this off. Hey, Nate is in the house. Thank you for stopping in, Nate. Now, like I said, guys, I'm not going into more detail here, but I'm pretty sure Nate knows the big news that Paula shared on the post. So again, I'm just going to keep teasing it, guys. If you haven't seen this post that Van Vita Travels made, you have to go check out her YouTube. It's a community post. She posted a picture. That is all I'm going to say. You guys need to go check it out. It's so excited and so happy. Um huge news, huge news. But this is, I don't know how well this is going to show up for you guys on my phone. My camera tends to have issues, but this is the property I'm looking at getting a loan for right now. Yeah, it's blurry. You guys kind of get the idea though. So basically, it is, for those who know, this is over by Grand Canyon Junction. And for those who don't know, Basically, it's half an hour to 40 minutes south of the Grand Canyon. And this property has the red that you guys saw in that picture is actually a driveway. It connects to a dirt road, and it has 6 camping spots all over the property. So that's really, really perfect for me. Perfect for my uncle if he wanted to come out, or even just Nate, for example, because he's in here in chat right now. If I were to get this property and he wanted to come hang out, I gladly would let him. Another aspect of this is a lot of my family has not visited Arizona because they're nervous that there's no it's nerve-wracking, okay? When you're living in a vehicle and stuff like that, it's a whole new world out there. And it's nerve-wracking. Michigan Carol knows the exciting news. Thank you, William, for reminding everyone about that too. I always appreciate that. But yes, my family hasn't been out to Arizona, most of them anyway. So by having this property, it's a spot that if they wanted to, they could fly into like Flagstaff, for example. I could pick them up and then they could come camp and live on the property with me for a little bit, and they'd be able to go and see the Grand Canyon and all of that fun stuff. Nate saying, I think I know the exciting news. Good, good. Didn't know for sure, but I'm telling you guys, you have to go check her YouTube channel. If you have not yet, at the end of this stream, you guys have to go check it out. Another piece that I really love with this property, again, I don't know if it's going to show up very well here, but it doesn't. That camera just does not adjust for you guys. There it goes. That is the view from my property. My property. I'm acting like I already own it. I seriously need to buy a better camera, you guys. I do this every time. I'm just going to have to stop doing it is what I'm going to have to do. Let me adjust it here. Come on. Or not. Or not. We're just going to... Let's try this. I'm going to try something here. Nope. That didn't help. I'm breaking things, you guys. I am breaking things. Can you tell I'm still a newbie at all of this? I can't just continue like this. It's going to drive me nuts, let alone you guys. It's super blurry. This was an expensive camera too, darn it. Come on. Well, anyway, while I keep playing with the camera here, I'll just keep talking and hopefully it fixes itself here at some point. But this property is close to the Grand Canyon, as I was saying, and it is 1 acre. Okay, this is driving me nuts. Perfect timing, Nancy. Nate is just enjoying it right now. It's nice to be on the other side of things when it all goes wrong, isn't it, Nate? You could just sit back and enjoy. I really don't understand why that's not fixing it. I'm just going to make myself look like a fool. Ugh. Which isn't hard to do. I already did that a couple times. Oh my god, yeah, this is frustrating. Anyway, Nancy, it is 1 acre, and this is a scary price here, but they're asking $18,000 for it. Now, This property has been on Zillow since March of this year, and it started at 20. It's kind of getting better. They started it at 28,000. It was posted end of March for 28,000, and it has since dropped to 18,000 is what they're asking. But the biggest part of it, there is a lot of properties around the area that you can get for much cheaper, but they don't have ways to drive onto them. They don't have, oh, I forgot to mention this too. There's a 3,000 gallon water tank on the property because there's no sewage, there's no electricity, there's no water. It's you haul your water. So there is a 3,000 gallon water tank. The average person uses 3,000 gallons in 1 year. So for me, I'm not going to be on that property. Oh my God, this is going to be horrible the rest of the live stream, you guys. I'm sorry. It's probably more distracting with me messing with it, and that just made it worse. Video is better the closer you get. This was a very expensive camera, which is why it's frustrating to me, because it shouldn't have a problem at all. Me using my hand should readjust it pretty much instantly, and it shouldn't get blurry really to begin with. I'm really gonna stop. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Finally, I am never doing that again. I am never holding my phone up to the screen again, to the camera. Hallelujah. So, 1 acre, half an hour from the Grand Canyon, and they're asking $18,000. I did apply for a loan, because I don't have $18,000 just sitting around like I originally hoped for, because I wasn't going to buy a property until next summer. But the fact that I could drive on it, it's close to the Grand Canyon, it's got the water tank, it's got 6 camping spots, it has beautiful views of the mountains. It's just, it really is perfect for me. And on the flip side of it too, since it's up by the Flagstaff, Williams, Grand Canyon area, it's also cooler in the summer than it is in Lake Havasu. Nate can attest to this, I'm sure. It gets hot out there quick. So I definitely don't want to be there middle of summer. This might be the perfect middle ground, and even on the days when it is really, really hot, because it's very similar to here in the Upper Peninsula, actually, from what I've been keeping an eye on. But on the rare days that it is 90, 100 degrees, stuff like that, I will have a generator, I'll have a camper, I could power my AC, not have to worry about bothering anybody, stuff like that. Just, it's perfect for me. I'd have a physical address, so then if I need to open a bank account or anything like that, I don't have to deal with we need an address, we need proof that you actually live there, because I'm telling you guys, I've seen it firsthand. As a nomad, that's probably one of the hardest things. You need a physical address for a lot of things, and it's kind of annoying, honestly. But I'm not going to go down that route. But that's, yeah, I'm just waiting. I've never gone alone before, admittedly. So this is all new stuff to me. Nancy, I did see 3 trees, kinda. So yeah, this property in particular is more desert, but the Grand Canyon, Williams, Flagstaff, that area does have a lot of trees, and that's another aspect that kind of reminds me of the Upper Peninsula in one way. And during the winter, I've read that they could get up to 100 inches of snow, so they get snow, but Lake Havasu and Kingman is 3 hours away, give or take. So you literally drive 3 hours towards winter, and then boom, you're out of the snow and you got sunshine for a couple months. And when you're done, just go right back up to the property. It really is amazing. There's different aspects of it I've thought about, like grocery shopping. I'd have to drive half an hour into town to go to Williams, but growing up here in the Upper Peninsula, um, Nate learned this when he was just up here. Where he was camping, one of the spots he was camping was my hometown. That is half an hour away from the closest Walmart. So I'm used to making half-hour drives. That is no big deal to me. And it's also close to Flagstaff, so you have all of the, like, I could go get Cracker Barrel, you guys. I have been, oh my god, craving Cracker Barrel like crazy. It's probably the food I miss the most. And it would be right there in Flagstaff, and Flagstaff has all these festivals and things like that. So much, so close to my property. And again, the Grand Canyon, just a half hour away. I grew up with Lake Superior. I'm still, right now, even, Lake Superior is half an hour behind me. So to have the Grand Canyon half an hour away, I think is kind of poetic and just really cool, because I know that I'd be there all the time. And again, having that water tank, having the driveway, the campsites all set up, that is a huge, huge factor. Um, so I'm trying to get a loan right now. I tried to get pre-qualified through Zillow itself, which I was kind of nervous about, because I've heard trying to go through like dealerships and stuff like this in general is typically you're better off just going to your own bank or credit union and stuff like that. But for me, up here in the Upper Peninsula, I don't have a bank. I only have a credit union. So that's already a no-go. And then I am a member of a bank in Arizona, but how do you take out a loan when you're all the way across the country? Now, Nate actually pointed out a very important factor when it came to this stuff when we were at Pictured Rocks. He mentioned buying a property, and I'm all the way across the country and I haven't seen it yet. So what we're going to do is my uncle is actually leaving to go back down to Arizona, and we're going to try to time it so that he goes and looks at the property in person and he checks it out, and I trust him. I will take him at his word, because right now he coincidentally, the day prior to me even mentioning this to him, he was looking at the same exact property and thought it was perfect. But like, I trust him. If he goes out there and calls me later on and says don't do it, I don't even need to know the reasoning why. I 100% trust him, and he's going to be my eyes and ears, basically, the boots on the ground in Arizona, trying to determine whether or not this property should be bought. So there's that. Nate, I mentioned it earlier. If you're still in here, I got to give you a shout out, buddy, because trying to be a student again over this past week has been extremely difficult to me. Just trying to read like one chapter out of my business communications class and actually remember terms and definitions and all this stuff. It's going to take me a while to get back into the swing of the student life. So big shout out to you, man. I honestly don't know how I do it anymore, but I'll get through. Okay, Nate's still here. Perfect. So yeah, I did my 3 classes. I aced my first quiz. I've successfully done my first programming assignments. Everything's looking good. Just got to get back into the swing of things. I am biking for the kids' cancer. That is officially this month. September 13th is the day that all donations will be matched. So that day, I am going to donate $500 out of my own pocket. And I'm hoping, wish me luck here as well, guys. I asked Walmart for a donation again this year, and they have always donated to me. The biggest donation they ever gave me was $250 in a single year. This year, in honor and memory of Mitch, my close family friend that recently passed due to cancer, in honor and memory of Mitch, I'm going all out, and I asked them for $1,000 donation. I don't know why I picked up a pen. $1,000 donation. So if I get that donation, it's going to be huge, because between my donation and their donation being matched, that is already $3,000 that's going to be donated. Is there more little plots all around yours? So basically, Nancy, the way it looks like is it's kind of on the outskirts. My property. I act like I own it already. It's basically, hey, Fairy Dust, thank you for stopping in. It's kind of on the outskirts of Grand Canyon Junction, and there's all these plots all around it that are for sale. My plot specifically has one big spot right in the middle, and then it branches out to 6 more spots that are all campsites. That's where me having a camper, my uncle having a camper, Nate, if he wanted to, or anyone else I meet on the road. Well, not anyone. I'm not just going to let anybody on my property. But that's where having that stuff, if my family comes, we could set up tents, and we each kind of have our own little spots on this plot of land, which I think is really cool. Lynn, thank you for stopping in. Good group tonight. Didn't know if the notification would be sent out, because it was kind of a last minute pop-up for me. But I've been trying, you guys. If you guys don't see me ever with an upload, I'm trying to do Sunday at 7 every week. I'm trying. But yeah, great property. Student stuff's going great. The staff life, absolutely phenomenal. Last year, I had 33 residents, and I am very proud and excited to say that we have 52 this year. And on top of that, I still have several other people that I'm still talking to that might come in and actually live here during this academic year. So that is a very drastic increase for us. And it just kind of shows that some of my hard work is paying off. One of the biggest updates I've done this year is get new furniture. So both the lobby and the lounge of the campus suites has brand new furniture. From my understanding, all of the furniture here in this building was from 2006. So that is another very huge milestone that, like, phenomenal. I've been doing activities. We went to Festival Italiano yesterday in Hurley, which is celebrating basically Italy in simple terms. And I like everything. Movie night. We did an outdoor movie night on a blow up screen. All of this stuff, the students have been just really, really engaged this year, which is so exciting to me, because there's so much more potential there. But it does get a little bit more tricky with the job in a way, because then I have to do budgeting and stuff a lot more strict and be a lot more careful, because I have more people that I am paying for in certain aspects when it comes to activities. Nancy's asking another question here about the property we were discussing, asking if I could do a cabin. Now, that is one aspect, another aspect of the property that if I wanted to down the road, I could do a cabin. And that's kind of the idea of this property too. I want it to be in my name. I want to own it outright. The property taxes are actually low as well. So, it might be my first time, but I've been doing my homework. Um, but yeah, if I ever decide, the nomad lifestyle, I don't like it anymore, or maybe I physically can't do it because I don't know about, wow, and I don't even know physically can't do it anymore. I mean, I breathe this stuff. But basically, if I ever make the decision that I need to settle down and stay in one place, this would be my home. And I would like to have a tiny house, a tiny cabin, something out there, and I'm allowed to. I am allowed to have it out there. The tricky part is that again, no electricity, no plumbing, no cell phone service. That's a huge one. No water. So the water, we already have that water tank. On average, one person uses 3,000 gallons of water per year. So that if I were there for an entire year, that tank should cover me. Um, in the summer, I'd have a generator for AC. In the winter, I'd probably have a wood stove if I had to build something. The electricity, I have solar panels. I know where to get solar panels for cheap down there. If I wanted to create a really big solar panel grid, I could do that. So electricity is taken care of. The plumbing, my mom suggests that there's kind of a problem that, like, if I needed to run plumbing, it would be extremely expensive. I wouldn't do that. As Fairy Dust is saying, it's basically boondocking, except with a tiny house. Instead, I would try to do, and don't quote me on this, but a compost toilet or something along those lines. That way, I wouldn't need to have actual sewage and plumbing connected to the house. So, takes care of the electricity, takes care of the plumbing, cell phone signal, internet signal, Starlink. My mom and my stepdad actually have Starlink right now. They love it. So in the future, I would like to get Starlink and just have it on the camper mainly. That way, wherever I go, I have it. And it seems like over the past year, I've seen more and more people using that. And they're actually getting good results with it now. Versus 2 years ago, a lot of people were using it, but I was seeing a lot of bad results and a lot of people saying to stay away from it. So, yeah, that's very well put, Fairy Dust. Basically, I would go from boondocking in my vehicle to living off the grid. So, there's potential there. Rocky is giving me his paw right now because he wants so much attention, like he always does. We're actually, as a student, here's another exciting part for Rocky. I get student discounts again, which is kind of exciting to me too, especially to my wallet. Um, but one of the student discounts is Walmart Plus, and Walmart Plus is currently half off. So if any of you know any college students, tell them to get on top of this. Walmart Plus is half off. It is $50 for 1 year or $6.50 a month. I ended up paying $50 for 1 year. They will deliver my groceries to the campus suites. So if there's a snowstorm and I don't feel like going outside, guess what, guys? They're delivering my groceries to me. I am not driving down the street to Walmart. I don't care that it's right down the street. If it's cold, I ain't going outside. If it's snowing, I ain't going outside. Um, Second thing with Walmart Plus, Sirius XM was free for 6 months. And I literally walked out to my vehicle yesterday and went, there is no way I have Sirius XM. I only have old vehicles. I am not that rich or that fancy. And I got in my vehicle and turned the radio on, and I kid you not, I went, oh my God, I have Sirius XM. It is still like mind blowing to me that I have this Suburban now, because it is such a drastic difference for me and what I am used to. I just huge. I'm very very proud of myself over the last year, especially with um that vehicle. Went to licking my foot. Oh my God. Gotta love dogs. They want your attention. They want your attention. Yes, Nancy, tell your niece, anyone that knows anyone in college, let them know Walmart Plus by themselves. Phenomenal, um, phenomenal discount, half off, grocery delivery, Sirius XM. But here's the big one for Rocky. I have 1 year free of digital vet care. So if I am ever concerned about Rocky, say he's sick or something, I can message this vet any day, anytime, and they will instantly respond back to me and let me know if I should be concerned. And furthermore, I ended up getting emergency insurance. Now, this cost $19 per month, but what happens is if there is ever an emergency for Rocky, now oh, I'm going to stop here because Lynn's asking a good question. Walmart Plus is about $100 without a discount. With the student discount, it comes out to $50 a year or $6.50 a month. You're able to pick which one as a student. And the pet insurance I'm talking about, the emergency insurance, is $19 a month. Basically, if there is ever a life-threatening emergency for Rocky, I can message the digital vets and tell them what's going on and bring Rocky to a local vet. And I do pay out of pocket at first, but then I could send them the bill afterwards, reimburse and get reimbursed. So if there's ever a life threatening situation for Rocky, they cover $3,000. And knowing that, it is easily worth me paying the $19 a month, because you never know what's going to happen. And I've heard too many stories of people who've had to unfortunately put their pets down because they can't afford something. And it would just absolutely break my heart if Rocky was having a life threatening situation and I owed $3,000 and was not able to pay it. So to have this insurance as a little bit of a backup is phenomenal and very big for Rocky and I. And the fact that I have 24/7 digital vet care, phenomenal. Another aspect with Walmart Plus is that for 6 months, or no, this was for a year as well. For 1 year, I got $60 off and it cost me $25. So you guys, you could kind of see a little bit of money here, a little bit of money here, but I'm genuinely saving hundreds upon hundreds of dollars already. And this is very great stuff for me to have that I normally wouldn't have anyway. But I have a year app now, and it's a training app for dogs. So it teaches a bunch of tricks. Or Rocky, sometimes he still pulls on the leash. So there's training exercises for that. Basically, anything and everything you could imagine, they have on this training app, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. They go based off of you and your dog, and they like it's just absolutely, it fits to your schedule, your dog's needs, stuff like that. You actually send them pictures, and it factors in stuff too. Like, does your dog need to get a little more weight? Do they need to lose weight? Absolutely phenomenal. Really, really excited for that. Right now, we train 10 minutes a day, every day, basically. And it's little things like, for right now, I've been trying to get him used to the muzzle again. Um, a lot of people complained last year when they saw a muzzle on some of the shorts I was posting. For those who know Rocky, um, you know that he's a great dog, but Nate has also seen this in person. Sometimes he gets startled or something, and all of a sudden he just kind of jumps. And I don't want him to get. Basically, there's very sharp corners in the campus suites that I have to walk around. I don't want to be walking around one corner and a student walks around and it startles Rocky, and I don't want to have that situation. That is why I wear the muzzle. It is not to protect people really, but it's more to protect him, type of deal. I just don't want him to be startled and kind of snip at anybody. So I'm trying to get him used to the muzzle again, trying to get him used to not pulling on the leash. It's definitely severely better now that I've been severely, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's extremely better. Now that I've been walking him a lot over the summer, he doesn't pull as much, but every now and then he still gets excited. Like if he sees my dad or my uncle, for example, he'll get excited and he'll pull really bad. And we're going to try to train him on distractions and stuff like that so he doesn't do that. Yep, anything major is going to be expensive. Do they pay anything for regular visits? So, unfortunately, Nancy, they don't pay anything for regular visits. I did have to read more into that. If I could find a pet insurance, shout out to anyone who may know one. If I could find a pet insurance, I probably would pay for it. But I figured this is a start, and since it's kind of with the Walmart Plus student benefits, $19 a month um, is not too bad. And yeah, it's a great deal, really. $19 a month, and if there's a life-threatening emergency, they cover $3,000 a year. So pretty good. I see Lynn asking, is Rocky a guard dog? So Rocky is not a guard dog. He is actually or in emotional support animal, ESA. Now, a lot of people confuse these with service animals. They aren't service animals. That means I cannot bring Rocky into Walmart, for example, with me. That's just it's two different things, but in a way, he is a support animal and he is certified. He has a lot of paperwork, and it's also kind of expensive to get all that paperwork. But that's what Rocky is to me, and that's one of the reasons why, outside of me just being a manager, that he is allowed on the property. Nancy is suggesting a pinch collar. I did have a lot of people suggest that, but personally, I am not a big fan of them. I know that it's not like typically it's not puncturing their skin if used correctly. I get it. Personally, I just am not a big fan of that though, because I know at the end of the day, if you train them, and it is hard. I'm not saying that people aren't capable or anything like that, because I struggle with this myself. But at the end of the day, if you train them right, you really shouldn't need a pinch collar. Or I used to have a harness that went around his chest that worked really good with him. At the end of the day, and that's I am throwing myself under the bus here. I am not talking bad about anyone in particular. If anything, I'm even talking about it to me right now. This chest piece, I don't wear it. I don't have him wear it anymore because I had him trained to a point where he never pulled, ever. I would be able to even have him off leash and he would stay by me. That was our nomad lifestyle. He got more freedom in just us living as nomads in that short time span than most dogs get in their entire life, and he was trained for it. But what ended up happening, I think, is you guys know that I hate the snow and I hate the cold. So basically, as soon as it started snowing last November, last October, yes, October, I said, don't remind me about what month we're in. Basically, as soon as it started snowing last year, I stopped walking him. I stopped exercising him. I stopped taking him out. Whenever he did go outside, it was a hurry up, go to the bathroom. Okay, you're done. Let's go back inside. And the shorts that I did post last year, maybe once a month, if that, I would bring him outside for maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and that would be his playtime and his exercise time. And I don't know what anyone thinks about that, but personally, I don't I'm not okay with it. I should be exercising him more. I should be training him more. I should be doing I should be taking better care of him. I'm not saying that I am not taking good care of him, but when you have a dog basically locked up inside for so long because the winters are long here, when you finally take him out on a leash, guess what? He's gonna be excited. Just like I get excited when I go back to Arizona or when I get a day off and I could go on a road trip. He's going to be just as excited, if not more excited than I am. You guys have seen, he literally drags me to the vehicle when I say the RIDE word. I have to spell that out because that is harder than the T word in this household. Um, where is here? Lynn is saying up in the Upper Peninsula, basically right on the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and the Wisconsin border, and that's another thing Nancy is pointing out here. Training is not only essential for dogs, but very essential for Rocky because he is a very intelligent dog. I've never seen, like, some of the things he does, he still surprises me to this day how intelligent he can be. For example, I just started a new one of those talking buttons, you guys, for water. Because sometimes he drinks all his water in the middle of the night, and then in the morning I don't realize it's empty. And I'm like, well, what the heck, buddy? Why didn't you say anything? So literally day one, I went over and I brought him over and I said, push the button. And he pushes that new button and it went water. And immediately he looked at his water dish. That was the very first time he's ever done it. And it's just, he knew he's that smart. So he knows that he can pull and he's just not used to it anymore, stuff like that. About time for Rocky to get a treat. Yes, it is, Nancy. He is laying down. It is kind of a mess, so I do apologize again. I will spin the camera around here, you guys, and we'll give him some treats. Some treats. Are you broken? I said treats. Treats. There you are. I'm going to spin the camera around, guys. We'll give him some treats, and we will call it a night. How's that sound, puppy dog? Okay, let's go. I got to get up. I'm old. I'm old, you guys. My back and my hips. I had to do chalk art for 6 hours the other day. I'm still sore. Yes, it was 4 days ago, but I'm old. If you could hear me, bear with me. See some more comments coming in. Yeah, that's my mess, you guys. That's my mess. That's how messy it is right now. I'm just stockpiling everything because we were supposed to have a garage sale this weekend and we didn't. So I apologize for the mess. I'm just going to read these comments quick from Nancy and Lynn. My dad and brothers all raised German shared haired pointers for hunting. Ooh, I didn't know they could hunt. Interesting. Pointers. Interesting. You ain't old. Oh, Lynn, I'm old. My body says otherwise. Literally, I did chalk art on Wednesday. And my back and my thighs and everything are killing me. It hurts to bend over right now. And that was on Wednesday. Okay, buddy, come here. Come here, buddy. I gotta make sure you guys can see. There we go. What is Lynn? Are you 95? Huh. My body sure does feel like it right about now. Okay, Rocky. You gotta press it. Treats. Good boy. Good boy. We'll give you some treats. We'll give you some treats. We'll do a little quick training session. How about that? We'll show people what you've been working on. One of the training sessions I've been working him on right now, I know I've probably been on for an hour, but it's getting him to not focus on the treat. Sit. So when he is not like pulling towards the treat, basically. Oh, I'll give you one because you pushed your button. Basically, I don't want him trying to rip the treat out of my hands, and he's always been very good with that with me. He's been very, very gentle. I've actually never seen a dog so gentle. But the trick is to basically make it so he waits. Good boy. Just like Nate does on his live stream. Because you guys will see that with Lion Cloud Adventures all the time, is he tells the dogs to wait, and then he gives them the go-ahead. And verbally, I've never actually done that with Rocky, but he's already kind of got it down. Wait. 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 You gotta wait. Wait. You keep pulling your nose towards it. You gotta wait. Wait. Good boy. Good boy. Wait. Wait. You gotta wait. Take. Go ahead. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, good boy. Oh, I'm too old, you guys. Okay, hug. Hug. Why'd you get up? Why'd you get up? You were supposed to do a hug. You never want to do the trick on camera. I know. I said hug. Show the people. Show the people. Hug. 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 I give up. You never do it on camera. Ever. I swear, you guys, he does know how to do it. He will literally lean his head right here on my shoulder and then lean his body into my chest. Or the other way he hugs is he puts his head down and he puts his head right on my chest and he hugs. Hug. Hug. Yeah, you're not doing it. I give up. I swear he knows how to hug, guys. I do. I really do. He never does it on camera, but I swear he knows how. Okay. Ignore the disastrous room. I'm pointing you guys towards the ceiling because it's a disaster. Nancy is saying I had my 4-year-old nephew. I feel old. Oh, after the weeks I've had too, that's kind of it. Friday was day 19 of nonstop working. working every single day for 19 days straight. And we'll talk about this on another live stream. I think I'm going to start doing 2 a week here. I just don't know when my second one will be yet, what day or time. But basically it's just been hectic. The start of the school year, training, stuff like that. So I worked 19 days in a row to the point that I literally woke up this morning and the first thing I did and said was, "Oh my God, I work tomorrow." And I just felt dread all over. And then all of a sudden, I was like, "Oh, thank God." And I just kind of laughed. I'm like, tomorrow's Labor Day. Because I need another day to still recoup. I don't think I'd be able to hit the ground running tomorrow still. I literally did not get out of bed until 1 in the afternoon today, and it felt amazing. And then it was a nice day with family, had a cookout, hung out in a pool. So very nice day, very much needed relaxation. If you ain't 90 years young, you ain't old. I don't know. I feel like 99 right about now. He's cool, Colby. I'm a pushover with pets. Yeah, so that is week 1, you guys. I see that I've already passed the hour limit here. I'm just going to search up, does anyone know if anyone is going live at all? Because if someone is going live, I will send you guys over to them. And I will try to time it correctly. Otherwise, I have another plan. Okay. Fairy Dust, by chance, do you have a link? Otherwise, I can look it up right now, too. I don't know if you guys could hear Rocky, but he's just like chugging water right now. It's kind of driving me nuts. I don't know why he does it so bad. Kicking It Country. Let's see. Live. Here it is. Share. Copy. So I'm going to post this. So if anyone is interested, we have a live stream here, and I want to share one more with you guys before you take off. If anyone wants to see Paula's exciting news. Oh, I can't share it. There's not a link. I lied, you guys. So if anyone wants to see Paula's news, you're just going to have to look them up. Lynn also shared it, so hurry up, everybody. Click on those links for those who are interested and send them over. We'll do a Living the Dream raid. A dream raid. I don't know. I've never done a raid before. Nancy saying good luck on your property. See you next time. Thank you. Thank you all for stopping in. See you all in the chats and see you all next week as well.